there, gamers all around. Welcome, and here we are back at it again with Niche, however it is you want to pronounce it. And we're getting right in chaos, everyone. Just getting right in and starting the day. Duke just collected some berries and took out a bunny, or Belle took out the bunny and collected some extra meats and took some berries. Duke just collected some berries on his last day. Taku's just collecting some berries. Israelan is just running around destroying berry bushes left and right. And Blervanu is kind of upset that his friend passed away, so he took it out on a stag mole, killed it, and took the meat of the stag mole. Duke Don is kind of bleeding as he has a leech, so he's just walking on the beach though. Tadanta tries rushing over to help him, but he's a little too late. He can help him on the next turn because he has an extra day. But it's gonna shorten Tadata's lifespan even more so, because it's gonna shorten Duke Don's life even more so. But anyways, okay. So what I gotta do? I gotta send the babies to the migration. There's Doofus. New favorite creature is Doofus because of the name. Mila's gonna run on over. Mina's rushing over out to the shore. Spotty's not quite fast enough. He tries to catch up to the rest of the tribe members. Seesaw is just laughing as she rushes over to clear out some grasses. Tavon kind of holds Spotty back with his paw and is just like, hey, yeah, you're not old enough yet. I mean, you can go in that direction, but you're not quite fast enough. You're quite not old enough to take care of yourself, so you're just gonna stay right here with me for a second. And then Simi and Connor, they're just gonna clear out some grasses together to spend the rest of their lives together. Not necessarily in a romantic sense, but still, like, being next to each other and being together is like kind of like a family. But is there any roots actually over here? There's a root over here, but oh, there is a root. I really didn't see that. So this means gonna take the root right from Seesaw's side, and this means gonna join her mates in clearing out the grasses and making sure that the island is nice and cleared out. Water Sharky's gonna clear out some grasses. Vankir, he's not wanting to clear out some grasses. He'll clear out some grasses, but he really wants to go on this adventure. Caroline is rushing out onto this adventure. Barry is also rushing out to the adventure. He's excited, and so is Rezzy. Rezzy's rushing out. They're just going straight on to the next island, so that way they can hopefully breed. Fire isn't exactly he's not exactly water, like a water creature, so he's not exactly able to cross the water. Adam the Third realizes he's getting old, so he just stays behind, clear out some grasses. Kind of sadly, because he realizes he can't go on the adventure because he's getting too old. Water King collects the bunny meats that he took care of. Duke Don clears some grasses. Isabel takes the grasses. Then Sea Tiger clumsily stumbles over Water King so that way they can spend the very last days of their lives together. We watch Duke go, and then Belle's alone on the very start of the island, but she's happily collecting berries on that island as long as the bunnies don't steal from her. Iswalan destroys some berry bushes just because she can't collect them. Toucan kind of doesn't like the fact that Iswalan destroyed his berry bush that he was collecting berries off of because he has the collector's paw, but he just moves on over to the next bush. It's right behind him, right behind her. And Tanuka comes over to Duke Don, takes a leech, licks his wounds, but it's not exactly enough to save him because he has one less day on his lifespan now. Laveron knows that his friend loved to collect acorns, so he desperately tries to collect the acorns, you know, failing to do so because he doesn't have the nimble fingers. But he's hoping to appease his friend's spirit in the afterlife. Sibby and Connor, they just clear out some grasses. They just try to make the island look nice and pretty. So does Pete, and so does everyone else that bred on this island. Yeah, you know. Seesaw uncovered not only a stagmole nest or stagmole hole, but also uncovered a berry bush. So Tavon collects the berry bush. Can't speak. And Walnut Sharky stands beside him, clearing out some grasses. As for everybody else, they go running on this journey that's now afoot. So does Doofus goes, Firebird goes, and he digs because he realizes, hey, there's a root over here. I don't want to leave behind the root. Raziana is like a Prairiana, but it's a Raziana. Okay, that's what it's called. So Barry and Rezi, they run together. Barry finds food, so he collects the food. Adam the Third sadly goes into inland and starts collecting the rest of the grasses. Do they clear it up? Vankir crosses over to the other island without drowning. So does Caroline. Caroline crosses over. And she realizes that she can't make it in time, so she takes some drowning damage as she gets back into shallow water. Mina watches this, and she just kind of frantically hops from one side of the beach to the other. Fire clears out some grasses and stands by Mina's side in an attempt to try to soothe her. Isabel destroys the berry bush because she realizes that there's a bunny trying to steal her food from her. And Don Duke just keeps clearing out grasses. So does Water King and Sea Tiger. But they do it together. Bankir, Golf and Kilo, Golf and Star. Golf and Star. Okay, so the Golf and Kilo. Charlie and Star. Oh, Caroline and Vankir, you two are compatible. Didn't I say that earlier? I probably said that earlier in another episode. I might have forgotten. Belle collects berry bushes. She takes out that termite mound because she sees that it's there, so she tries to take it down. Taku just collects berry bushes, protects it from Iswalan because he realizes that she likes to destroy the berry bush, but instead Iswalan comes over to the other side and takes out a bunny instead that was thinking about stealing from the berry bush. Duke Don sadly walks over to the beach, collects some worms that's under the seabed, under the seabed, and sadly walks over because his friend died after helping him with the leeches. I feel like Duke Don might have felt like his buddy's friend was his fault because, you know, the leech might have cursed him to death. But that's not really what happened. He was just getting old. Pete is going to collect some berries because he found a berry bush. Seesaw and Ismeme is going to, you know, try to make the island look nice and neat. Tavon's gonna stay right by his bush and collecting berries. Walnut Sharky clears some grasses. Adam the Third takes some berries and hides into the tall grasses. He's kind of upset that he can't go on this amazing adventure with everybody else. Caroline crosses the river. She takes some more drowning damage, but then she's right by Vankir's side. Mina is frantically running on the shore. Fire doesn't know what to do, so he tries to show Mina that the water is safe by going into the shallow end of the water. Barry excitedly goes in the water. He takes some drowning damage, but it's not going to kill him. And Rezzy rushes over into the shallow part of the water because she's excited to cross over to the other side of the stream. Spotty goes onto the shore, not really seeing what's going on. Mila rushes over to Mina's side. All she sees is Mina running back and forth, not knowing what to do. Doofus follows Mila's side, and Firebird rushes right by Doofus' side. I realized maybe there's too many creatures trying to go to the swamp island all at once. Oh, but I'm gonna make it happen. I mean, not all of them is going to the swamp island. I know that. But what I do know is, you know, that the next generation most definitely will. That's definitely the plan. Okay, so Caroline, what traits are bad? You definitely have that infertile trait. So I'm gonna put in high fertility. You look healthy, like generally, overall. Okay, so what do we need? We definitely need that toxic body. So we're gonna put in that toxic body. Vankir has a toxic body and is an active trait, so maybe it would work with her mutation with the toxic body and his inactive traits. Because another issue I had with playing this game, like, I would just select anything, okay? I'd select anything, you know? And then I wouldn't look at the other partners' inactive traits to see what they had. So I think that's what's done screwed me up. High fertility, normal fertility. You could use that high fertility, so I'm gonna put in this slot. Why did I put it in backwards? I don't know. Definitely want to amp up their strength. But you know what? I'm not really worried about their strength right now. I got this group that's going, so I'm kind of not really worried about their strength. Their strength is of 6. So yeah, she's definitely gonna breed with someone that's strong though. Okay. What do I need? What do you have that I need? Let's see. I'm not sure. I mean, I know what I need. I don't need the web paw. I don't need the web paw. I'm gonna do nimble fingers. Yeah, I'm gonna do nimble fingers. Because as a toxic body, you need nimble fingers. So you're gonna breed. And then you're gonna try to dig. You don't really need the digging paw for that. For the swamp. Okay, so you're gonna go over here. Belle's all alone on this island. I kind of feel bad for her. Oh, the rains came back. So she can go back to collecting her berries. Oh. So she settled herself right into the nest because it was in between both bushes, so she could collect one berry from one bush and then the other berry from the other bush. And she intended to try to collect the acorns from like she's wanting to attempt to collect the insects from that stump. If it doesn't grow back, that is, by the time that she gets to it. So Taku sadly collects berries from the berry bush. It's just death all around. Lurvanu does not leave that tile because his friend died there, so he's trying to collect acorns to appease his friend's spirit, pretty much. Duke Don runs over, kills that bunny, and then he takes the berry, like the bunny meat, as a gift offering for his friend that has gone on and moved on to the spirit world. Simi collects grasses with Connor and tries to, clear out the grasses on this island, try to make the island look nice and neat. Pete collects some berries. Ismene digs roots and then clears out the island with Cecil. Adam the Third clears out the grass, some glasses. And Walnut Sharky comes on over. He collects some acorns and clears out some grasses. Tavon is happily collecting as many berries as he possibly can because it's raining. And the rain provides. So Barry gets out of the water so that way he can provide room for Rezi to get up on over from the other side of the water. Oh, Fire took 2 drowning damage. Mina tries to cross over, but she also takes some drowning damage, and she's kind of hyperventilating as she's going over to the other side of the surface of the island. Mila crosses over. She doesn't have a problem. Doofus goes over to the edge. He knows he can't cross over just yet, as he knows he's not gonna make it. Firebird waits by Spotty's side. Spotty patiently just collects berries from the bush. Sea Tiger and Sea Water King, they just work on clearing out the island. Isabel waits patiently, and Duke Don clears out the island. Caroline gets into the permanent nest over here, and Vankir follows her, collects some berries to ease her. Berry. Alpha and Star. Golf and Star. Alpha and Kilo. Golf and Star. Okay, so Doofus and Isabel can get together. It's gonna be one interesting creature, though. Mila, Golf and Kilo, Alpha and Star. Kilo and Star. Okay, so Mila and Barry can get together. Alpha and Kilo, Alpha and Star. Oh, okay. Okay. So what traits do you have that we need? Big body, medium body. Big body, big body. Okay. We don't really need the big body. Or the web paw. So I'm gonna put in nimble fingers. And I'm also gonna put in the toxic body. Platypus beak, because that's gonna be helpful. So I'm gonna keep that platypus beak that Barry has. And then you all are healthy, so don't have to worry about anything really. I'm just gonna put in a random trait. Mask, cause why not? Barry, Milo, you guys can get it on with each other. Isabel wants to get it on, but she just tries to dig. Oh, that worked the last time. She's gonna patiently wait for Doofus to cross on over. Naturally, I'm kind of curious to see what this baby's gonna look like of Caroline. Ah! Now that's an adorable baby. Aww. I call her Kay. Oh, and she's an alpha too. So that's awesome. So she can go to the swamplands. She'll be alright. Sea Tiger and Water King, they spend literally the last days together. Those bunnies keep stealing the berry bushes. Vankir collects food. Caroline gets out and collects food. But they stay right by Kay's side. Duke Don, he clears out some grasses. Mila makes her nest. So Fire comes on over to Mina, and Fire is like, hey, so I have a thing for you. And then I take a look at their mutations. I see the platypus beak, and so I'm going to try to put in that platypus beak into Fire's mutation. And then in Mina's inactive traits, I see water. But then in Fire's inactive traits, I see the toxic body. So then in Mina's mutation traits, I'm going to put in the toxic body mutation. And most likely, that's going to work that time. Most likely. Oh, and we also don't need the web paw that Mina has. So I'm gonna put in nimble fingers because that's gonna be helpful. I'm also gonna put in Barryina Claw because that's also gonna be helpful. So that's gonna be one interesting creature. Fire's gonna admit that he likes her, and Mina's gonna make her nest. Barry's gonna stay right by his lover's side and try to dig. Rezzie's just gonna wait. Doofus is gonna struggle, but he's gonna make it to the other side. Isabel's not gonna make it on time to breed with him if he she moves then and there. Firebird tries to cross, realizes that it's too deep, and just waits on the shallow end. Spotty goes into the shallow water with him. Walnut Sharky is happy, just collecting acorns. Adam the Third, he just collects the berries. Devon collects berries. Pete collects berries. And then everybody else, they just clear out the island, make sure that it's nice and clean, and clear it off of the grasses so no Barrienas can spawn unexpectedly. Seesaw thought that the walnut was a piece of grass, so Seesaw tried to crack the acorn without even realizing that she's cracking an acorn. Lervanu finally is able to crack some acorns to appease his friend's spirit. And Belle collects some berries. Tries collecting some insects and some berries. And then I had to stay by Belle's side, actually, because I'm doing this like a snake. Okay, so then skip the day. Did I actually put a timer on? Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay, the timer's about to go off. Cool. So Belle destroys the termite hill and collects some berries off the bush. And then Lervanu just tries collecting more acorns to appease the spirits. There's a brand new spirit that's been added. And then Connor and Syme, all these tribe members, they just clear out the grasses for the island, try to keep the island looking nice and neat so the Barrienas don't sneak up on them. Pete collects berries because he's happy collecting the berries. Tavon collects berries. Oh, and wow, that's all. Oh, okay, not all of them are stagmold holes, but some, like, most of them are. Wow, okay, that's interesting. It's like a whole family there. Walnut Sharky just collects acorns. Adam the Third collects his berry bushes and tries to dig, but he's unsuccessful. Firebird tries one more time to cross the stream. He's able to cross the stream that time. So does Spotty cross the stream with him. Little anxious. Oh, and those two lovebirds have died side by side. Duke Don Duke is just making a path so it's easier to go on to the swamp ports. Doofus goes by Isabel's side. What do they have? Nothing. Cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it in. But I didn't want to put the toxic body in there because I wanted the spiky body to come out, and the spiky body's not gonna come out. Well, I'm gonna put in a toxic body anyways. If it doesn't come out, it doesn't come out. I'm not too worried about it. Toxic body. I'm also gonna put in the Barrienas now because I want that to stay in the line. And I'm gonna put in Nimble Fingers, and then for Isabel I'm gonna put in Ram Horns because she doesn't have Ram Horns, but Doofus does. So Doofus is gonna breed with Doofus and collect some. Doofus is gonna breed with Doofus. Really? Doofus is gonna breed with Isabel, and Doofus is also gonna collect some berries off of the berry bush. This is how you know that I'm tired, when I start repeating the same thing that I've been saying. And there goes that timer. Okay, gets out of the nest. Caroline collects some berry bushes, but then realizes there's no more berries on that bush. Fire collects berries from that berry bush. He collects all of the berries on that berry bush. Barry digs. Oh, that was successful that time. Taku. We're gonna keep that name because I'm guessing Mila was friends with Taku at the time when he was alive. So she probably named him after Taku in his honor. That was very nice. Lurler. I'm guessing Mina probably named him Lurler, short for the wanderer that was named Lurler Bonu that I couldn't pronounce, and he does kind of look like him, so I'm gonna keep his name. And I don't have an alpha. I was trying to get an alpha. You don't have an alpha. I was trying to get an alpha. So okay, so Mila and Barry, they're gonna breed again. And Mina and Firebird is gonna breed again. Mina's gonna wait to get back into her old nest though. And then K is a alpha. Rezi doesn't really have anyone to breed with. It's okay. Love wasn't really her thing anyway, so she just goes off into the beach to be alone and to cry for the last 9 days of her life. Anyways, thank you all for watching today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Unleash the Beast and over and out.